Guess what came? Titanic perfume. If you missed the Titanic video, go watch that first. I talked about the perfume oils that they actually recovered from the wreckage that this perfume was based on. This perfume was created in 2012 to mark the 100th anniversary of the Titanic sinking. It was released by QVC and it's called Legacy 1912 Titanic. And when I first made the Titanic video, I could not find this perfume anywhere, and since the video went up, a bunch have popped up. I found this one on Mercari, but some people have seen others on eBay. But yay, super excited to try out this perfume. Now, the one that I found did not have a box, but this is what the front of the box would look like. And then I really like that on the back of the box, they actually put Adolphe's story, so that's really nice that he's getting some recognition there. They also won a Fifi Award, those are fragrance awards, for an innovation in retail packaging thing, I'm not exactly sure. But all right, moment of truth, let's give this a spritz. Immediately the room is filling. It's pretty, but this is definitely a QVC perfume. I do think that it does a good job of capturing the time period. Like, I smell this and I feel like I'm in Downton Abbey. I get heavy lemon, some rose, a little bit of violet, maybe a little bit of jasmine. Very citrusy though. It's also a bit soapy, especially on the dry down. It honestly smells very similar to the perfume that I talked about in the Titanic video as well as the Princess Diana videos, and that is Quelque Fleur by Ubicon. My Georgiana perfume is also a pretty good match. But yeah, not to be too salesy or anything like that, I would say get one of those two instead of shelling out all the money on eBay for this discontinued perfume. I also wanted to give a little update about Adolphe Saalfeld. A lot of you wrote comments asking what happened to him and if his family actually saw any money from the sale of this perfume. The answer is I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Someone else actually shared that Adolphe recovered one of the first-class dining menus from the Titanic, and it's on exhibit. And here are his perfume oils that were recovered. But then after the disaster, Adolphe went back home to England and he worked for a company, Sparks White & Co. They were a chemical factory and a distillery. After the disaster though, poor Adolphe had insomnia and he actually had to be driven around every night so that he could fall asleep. He and his wife never had children and he ultimately died in 1926. Now this guy, Paul Danby, he actually married Adolphe's niece Rose, and he went with Adolphe to see the Titanic before the ship set sail. And both he and Adolphe each wrote a letter from the Titanic to their wives, and then Paul left before Titanic set sail. So he wasn't part of the disaster. And I bring all this up because one, Paul Danby was imprisoned during the First World War because he was German, and then after that, he and his family fled to the Netherlands. But then when the Holocaust happened, Paul, Rose, and Paul's mother were all killed in concentration camps. They did have 2 daughters though, and the 2 daughters did survive. The younger daughter, Ellen, she was alive as of 2016. I don't know if she still is or not. But in 2016, her children sold that letter that Paul Danby had written from the Titanic at auction. So these family members, I assume, would have been the beneficiaries if there had been any money from the sale of the Legacy perfume. But there you have it. There's the Titanic perfume. Hope you enjoyed this video series and let me know what video you'd like me to make next.